What is up, you guys? It is Zach coming at you with another video. Now, 3 videos in 1 week? Yeah, a lot's just been going on this week. I got nothing for it. But today's video is going to be a little bit different. Well, similar for those of you who are familiar with my content that I've produced over the years. This one's going to be an old-fashioned video game pickups video. For those of you who've been with my channel for a really long time, you're probably familiar with the format. In this video, I'm going to be showing you a bunch of game stuff that I've picked up recently, and by recently, I mean within the last year. The last video game pickup video I posted was last June with the Too Many Games pickups, so I've got almost a year's worth of pickups to show you in today's video. If you like this style of video and want to see me talk about games I've picked up over the years, like all these ones behind me, I am actually publicizing my old legacy content from back between the years of 2012 to 2016, where I went out game hunting every single week. For years, all of that content has been privated because, I don't know, I just hated the content. But I'm like, you know what? That's part of my legacy. That's part of my life. It needs to be out there for you guys to see. So if you go onto my channel and go down to the ZakPak old videos playlist section, you'll be able to see a bunch of old ZakPak content from way back in the day that kind of feels like in the vibe of this video. So without any further ado, let's get on into the pickups. So I'm going to start off with the non-gaming related things first. Well, I mean, they're gaming related, but like they're not actual games. They're gaming accessories, peripherals, or not even that, just gaming related stuff. Now, for those of you who played Roller Coaster Tycoon, y'all remember that game from back on the PC back in the day, and then they released 3 on like the Xbox and such like that. Well, I got this really cool shirt at PAX East that's Mr. Bones Wild Ride. If you didn't grow up with Roller Coaster Tycoon, you did not have a childhood. That game was so much fun. It was a park simulator, kinda, where you're building up roller coasters, you're earning money for your park. It's very complicated. You know, you have to do a lot of finances, hiring staff, building rides, maintaining the cleanliness of the park, making sure things aren't too overpriced, making sure guests aren't getting sick or injured or anything. It's a really fun game, highly recommend it. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 is on the Switch, and I do highly recommend it, but long ramble to say that this shirt is based on those games, and it's a really cool shirt. Next up is a couple items I got that's related to the Life is Strange games. Life is Strange is one of my favorite narrative game series of all time. Such a great series of games. I really liked all of them. 1, 2, and 3 all kinda did something different. And I've always talked about Life is Strange 1 and True Colors, but I actually did get Life is Strange 2 sometime last year, and I played it, and I really did like it. I really enjoyed it. It's definitely not my least favorite, it's definitely not my favorite. Like, all of the games are really good in their own way. This game felt very different than the original Life is Strange and then True Colors, because in this game, you are not playing as the character with the powers. You are playing the brother of the person with the powers, unlike Life is Strange and Life is Strange True Colors. So, it's very different in that aspect, that you are not the person really doing anything with the powers, but it's still a really fun one. It's a really touching story as well. I really like the characters in the story, and everything about it is really cool, especially the cameo towards the end of the game. I know I said games are going to be later, but like, I forgot to pull it out and I got reminded of it. Anyways, I got this sucker at PAX East. This is Chloe Price. This is the plush of Chloe Price. I saw her at, I think it was like the Fan Gamer booth. I forget. I think it was the Fan Gamer booth, and I was like, I needed to get her. Chloe Price is one of the most badass video game protagonists ever. She's not the one with the power. That goes to Max Caulfield. And they also had a Max Caulfield plush, but Chloe's obviously looks more unique. Chloe visually and aesthetically is a different character, or like a more unique character, so I had to get the Chloe plush. And I also got all 6 volumes of the Life is Strange graphic novel comic book thing. I know they've released more, I think, based on Life is Strange True Colors, but these ones are based on Life is Strange and Life is Strange Before the Storm. I actually haven't read these yet. I would love to read them. I'm usually not much of a comics person, but like the main reason I wanted them is because I love the art on all of them. You know, just some really, really freaking fabulous art. So, you know, I really am in love with these. I even got a couple of the extras I got on display here. And, yeah, really cool stuff. I really like these. Alright, now we're moving on to the games. Now, I got a singular little Game Boy game here. This I bought it off of eBay because I'm actually working on a video about this game, as well as other games that fit this category. You'll have to stay tuned to learn more information about it. But that game is Disney's Aladdin. It's so funny, actually, just like a little bit before I started recording this, I actually made public the video where I got Aladdin on the Super Nintendo and Aladdin on the Sega Genesis, which were two of the other games I played for this video. So it's kind of cool, kind of comes full circle that, you know, like 11, 12 years later, I finally complete the set for that video. But yeah, this game's nothing too crazy, it's just the Game Boy version of Aladdin. But yeah, Aladdin on the Game Boy, pretty dang cool. So last year, I got a PlayStation 4, and I really wanted to dive into some of PlayStation's exclusive titles that I couldn't play on the Xbox, since the Xbox was my main console, at least besides Nintendo. So I had to get some of the heavy-hitting Sony titles, so I got 3 of them right here. I got Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 and 2.5 Remix, and I also got The Last of Us Remastered and The Last of Us Part 2. The only one I've played so far is The Last of Us Remastered, and, God, this game is so freaking good. I missed out on this back when the hype was real about this game. I'm always a couple years late to the big, notable titles, in the gaming landscape. But I really did enjoy this one. It's definitely up there with, like, one of the best games that I've ever played. I don't know if it's in my top 10 or anything, but it's a really, really freaking strong one. The story's really great. The characters are really likable. Everything about the game and the world, the difficulty, the gameplay, everything is just really tight, really good, and I do intend on playing The Last of Us 2 soon, or Last of Us Part 2 soon. So, can't wait to do that. And then Kingdom Hearts is honestly one of those games that's going to be like one of my future endeavors, because I know that like the Kingdom Hearts games have a very heavy and convoluted story, so it involves, or like it requires a lot of time and just a lot of brain power to get into this series, and at this point I don't have that time, but at some point I'll definitely play these. So yeah, these are the PS4 games I've added to my collection. Next up, this is another one of my PAX East acquisitions. Now, I saw this at the convention. It's something I hardly ever see. It's something I've wanted for a long time, and I finally got it. And that is the big box version of Mario Party 7. I've had the big box for Mario Party 6 for quite a few years now, and I was just missing 7. And 7 isn't my favorite Mario Party, so it wasn't one that I was like super antsy to get or anything. But when I saw it at the convention, it was a good price. I think it was like $120. I knew I had to pick it up. Like, it is something that I knew I was going to get at some point eventually, and the prices of games are getting higher and higher and higher, and I'm like, I might as well bite the bullet now and get it, especially at my first time at PAX. It's a little memory I get to take from that event, and it's complete and everything, and it's a great Mario Party, so having the cool collector's edition big box of it is honestly pretty freaking cool. Next up, this game I also bought on eBay for a video I'm working on, but also because I'm kind of covering the game. So that game is Epic Mickey for the Nintendo Wii. I still haven't played it yet. I got this game like almost 2 months ago now. And just because I've been doing a lot of game playing for the series I'm working on, I have kind of put this one on the back burner. But I do intend on playing this one actually pretty soon. I just have to wrap up a couple of videos I'm working on, and then this one's actually coming up soon, so I'm very interested in playing it. I saw that Riders DX played it, and he actually seemed to really like it, so I am actually really interested in playing this game. I'm very excited for this, and of course the remake coming out later this year. And yeah, and it was pretty cheap when I got it too. I think I got it for like less than $10, but you know, you add shipping to it, so it might have been like between 10 to 15 bucks. So pretty cool in my opinion. The Nintendo Switch. Of course, I gotta talk about all the Switch games I've gotten. Honestly, I'm assuming these are all the ones I've gotten in the past year. Like, these are the ones that came to my mind that I got within this last year. So, I'm actually gonna start off with the unique one here. This I actually got at PAX East. I got it from the Limited Run Games booth, and it's Alien Isolation, the collection. Now, it comes in this cool, like, old-school VHS-style case. If you grew up with VHSs, you know what these are. And it's really cool. It comes in this, obviously, VHS box. It comes with the game. It comes with a steelbook. It's pretty freaking cool. A little overpriced for what it is, in my opinion, because it's literally just the game with the steelbook in just a cool VHS-style case. But, like, I've always wanted this game. Alien Isolation is a survival horror game I've heard so much about, and I do love my spooky survival horror things. So, it's really cool to have this one, especially, like, a collector's edition of it. And then the rest of these games are all pretty simple, so I'll kind of just rattle through them. I got Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, finally. This one is basically remaking the courses from the first two Super Monkey Ball games from the GameCube. Pretty dang cool. The next one is Tales of Symphonia Remastered. I heard that they fixed this one, so I'm anxious to get playing this one. Here we have Pikmin 1 and 2. There's kind of a theme with these ones. They're all based on GameCube titles, or at least the first three are. I got Super Mario RPG. As you guys know, I did some videos on it. I got Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I did a live stream on this one, so you know my feelings on Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And my recent pickup, even though it's covered in stickers, because I got it at Book Off, which is a store I go to all the time. I actually got a couple of those Life is Strange comics there as well, and probably some other stuff I've shown off in the past. But I got Princess Peach Showtime. I literally just got this the other day, so I haven't played it yet. But I actually do fully intend on playing this one because it looks really freaking cool. So, these are all the Switch games I got in the past year. Not a lot, to be honest. What, 7 games this past year? It's basically, well, not even one a month, like one every 2 months, but, you know, when Paper Mario comes out, and Luigi's Mansion 2, and maybe some other titles this year, yeah, there'll probably be more added to this list, so, yeah. Okay, the final bundle of stuff I got here is actually pretty cool because it harkens back to my old days. I went to a flea market that I used to go to all the time. When I was retro game hunting, back when I was the Retro Gaming Geeks or the GameCube Gamer. Wow, I haven't said those names out loud in years, but back then I would go to this flea market, I'd look for games, I'd rummage through a bunch of stuff. I got some really good finds there. And I actually had a decent find there this past weekend. Nothing compared to like what I usually get, but still a pretty cool find nonetheless. So I got 3 games in total. Now, I actually, for those of you, well, I mean, I don't think I've said this ever yet, but I do want to get back into going out and flea marketing and all that because I do want to make a little business out of reselling some games. So I do fully intend on selling all of these, I think. Because I don't really have any interest in any of these titles. But for 20 bucks, I picked up, actually I'll save the Genesis game until last. I got Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi. This one, unfortunately, is the only one, I think, that does not have the manual. So, very unfortunate. Then, next up, we have Quake 3 Revolution, right? Yep, Revolution. This one is complete, which is really freaking nice to have. And then, the one that made this bundle really worth it here is Goofy's Hysterical History Tour. Apparently, like a $30-something game if you have it complete, and thankfully for me, this came complete. So, pretty cool, lot of stuff here. I think, like, value-wise, it's probably worth between, like, $55 to $65 with the condition everything's in, because everything's actually in pretty decent condition. So I'll definitely be putting these up for sale. It's really cool to go out and actually find good deals again. Maybe this was just a fluke, maybe it's a one-time thing, but I am really happy I did it, and I'm really happy with all the stuff I got. So there you have it, guys. These are all the games that I've picked up this past year that I don't think I told you about. I might have mentioned, like, a couple of these, like, obviously, like, Super Mario RPG, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and maybe Life is Strange 2. Like, I probably mentioned a couple of these, but I never formally showed them off. But I think I've done pretty well this past year with the games and stuff that I've gotten. You know, given that I'm not as heavy into collecting anymore, it's still cool to every now and again get some cool finds and, you know, go out and experience the thrill of game hunting, because I do kind of miss it sometimes. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff down below, and click that notification bell so that you're notified of when I upload videos. And until next time, you guys, I will see you all in the next video.